Hey guys, I'm still struggling with my sinus infection, I think, but going back to the doctor tomorrow. But I wanted to kind of give you another view of Blockhouse. We're hoping that we'll have it ready to be rented out in a couple of weeks, but you know how life goes. I wasn't expecting to have boogers all in my face for 2 weeks, and here we are. So I kind of haven't worked on stuff over here because I've been exhausted. So I'm gonna flip this around here. So we have the floors laid in the living room. The breaker's off right now because we hung up a light fixture in here, so it's a little bit dark, but still. Here is the beautiful floors. Aren't they lovely? So it is going to be the same continuous flooring throughout, like I've mentioned before. It's not a huge house, and doing that kind of makes spaces feel larger and nicer. So, I mean, it's the same in the bathroom and everything. I'm loving how the bathroom turned out. Facebook told me, because y'all are just smart and wise and beautiful, that we need to paint this guy black. So I bought a new kind of paint at Kendra's store that I'm going to try. This 1 hour enamel. I've lightly scuff sanded the outside of it. I did that last week before I hit the wall. So I will clean it, take the hardware off, and then we'll paint it black. And I have gold hardware to put on, so it kind of goes with our black and gold theme. I had cleaned this tub before as well, but I want John to get that drain out, and then I have my epoxy product there to pour. I'm just ready to feel better so I can actually do it, but I'm excited to see how that turns out. I've never done it. That stuff is about 20% thicker than the tub and tile paint that I've used before. I've used a Rust-Oleum product before, never used that particular epoxy. I have done epoxy before. Oh my gosh, look at that. That looks delicious. That, if my friends, if a photo could speak, that is what this house was when we bought it, was that right there. So anyways, I think she is looking gorgeous. So I know y'all feel me with this. You've probably done it before too. Part of the reason why I was like, oh, we need to buy this house. We're just going to leave the kitchen alone. The kitchen is great. I don't have to touch it. It's been updated. Not very good at not touching things and not always making things really nice, because that's what I really love to do. So I've touched the kitchen a lot, but it's going to look great. So I'm going to flip this back around. Here's a couple of background choices that I'm deciding with. I love this gold hex tile. It is actually a peel and stick product. I've used it in my house, in my laundry room, and I also used it on our Broadway duplex, and it really is really neat. I love how it grabs light and reflects it. But then also I have my standard Subway white tile because it's classic and kind of always goes with just about anything. So the piece de resistance, can you see in there? Can you see that? Isn't that so pretty? So that is the color of the countertops that I'm replacing, because I said I wasn't replacing the countertops in this one. They weren't terrible, but when we've done so much, it's kind of one of those things. And that's what you have to be very careful with whenever you are renovating properties. Is sometimes it's hard to know when is a good stop, and sometimes you can totally overspend and your budget can everywhere. But yeah. So I'm going to switch this around. So the cabinets that were here when we bought it were just the regular, you know, oak style counter or cabinets, kind of like the kind that you can buy stock from Lowe's. You're gonna hear me sticking because we took off all of the linoleum flooring, and so it's sticky icky in here. Let's see if we can, there we go. So that particular Formica is called Butter Rum Granite. Super popular in the early 2000s-ish era, but it's less popular with me now. And so that beautiful piece of Formica is what I'm planning on putting here. Then I got to decide backsplash. And here is the beautiful gold faucet that will go here instead of that. And then let's see if my handles are still in here. Where did my handles go? Once again, never prepared to do these videos. Oh, I see them. Okay. So as you can see, we just kind of move things. Projects get moved and then moved once more. I know I had one of these open, so let's try to find the one that's already open. Here we go. Here is our gorgeous hardware. Hardware is like jewelry to cabinets. So don't be afraid to splurge just a little bit on it because it can make just a drastic statement. So that is our beautiful hardware. And it wasn't horribly expensive. You can still find nice pieces for under $5 a pull. And a good way to make it seem mega zhuzhy is when they're bigger. So if this was just a little 2.5-inch one, it would be like, wah, wah, wah. But since it's larger, it just gives it more of a wow factor. So that's a way that you can find like a less expensive or mid-range pull, but get it bigger. And most of the time in almost any of the designs, you can find something that is a little bit bigger than like a 2.5-inch. So go bigger. Size does matter. So that is the pulls. Let me switch the camera around. But anyways, the kitchen that I wasn't touching is now getting pulls, is now getting countertops and all of the things. Kitchens and baths are really important. I mean, we're not selling this one, but they are really important to buyers, and eventually we will sell these houses. So if you're going to spend a little bit of extra money, spending it in those places are going to be kind of your biggest returns. So it's okay to change your mind and tell your husband you're not touching a kitchen and then touch all of it. But anyways, I am hoping that we can finish her up. Sorry, I just turned the light off, so now it's like, what are you doing, lady? All ready here soon. So another thing is, since I was going really dark with my cabinetry, before there was one little light fixture right in there, and then one over the sink, and that was it. So this area was super dark. Well, with going with a dark cabinet color, like that's not great. And so I added 6 can lights in here just so it's really, really, really bright in here, and there's lots of natural light. So that is Blockhouse. Hopefully new countertops will be installed this weekend. Hopefully I can sweet talk my hubby into coming and putting on the hardware, because I do have a tendency to not get it quite perfect. And so he can help me with that, and hopefully I'll feel better so that I can do that tub pour. That product only takes like 72 hours to cure, so it is really nice, because a lot of the epoxy products that I use for countertops actually don't reach full cure for like 30 days. And so even though you can use them after a few days, they really aren't fully cured for quite a long time. So anyways, that's Blockhouse. I'm excited, and I have this awesome idea for the outside where I think I'm gonna do some slats on the outside and fur it out and really go with that mid-century feel that I think she has. But that's the house, so getting close. See you guys. Bye.